What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, and yes, Assassin's Creed Shadows is pushed back to March 20th. You all heard about this, but we're going to talk about it because there are so many hilarious and crazy takes that are coming out of this whole situation. And that's what this video is about. This is going to be wild. So let's start at the beginning for those of you who don't know. So earlier this week, Ubisoft put out a statement where they're saying that they want to delay this game to March 20th so that way they could refine and polish the game a little bit further. And it's kind of cryptic because what more can you do with this game that you needed a little more polish and whatnot? It's kind of wild. So, of course, the rumor mill was milling, and there are a bunch of reasons as to why people believe, that they pushed this game back. My general opinion is that if a game is pushed back, it does need to be worked on. They do have certain things that are going on. It kind of worries me the state that they were going to release the game in. Had they released it in November of 2024, as they had initially intended on doing. It has me thinking that maybe the game was not going to be really good. It was going to be really, really buggy. I'm talking Valhalla levels of bugginess or worse. It made no sense to me that, they're doing this twice, except for the fact that there's got to be like a lot of stuff that they're working out, reworking, and genuinely trying to make the game better. But that doesn't stop a lot of people from hating on it and making fun of it and saying all kinds of wild things about it. I mean, even Domino's Pizza came after them, telling them, let us know if you need help delivering. That to me is hilarious coming from a company whose pizza tastes like the cardboard that it comes in. That was just a wild take. But anyway, there are a bunch of things that, people are also upset about. One of the things being that apparently Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be released on the 30th anniversary of a traumatic day for the Japanese people, where it was like their biggest act of terrorism on their own soil. So I honestly, and this is not a defense of Ubisoft, I honestly don't think that they did that intentionally. I don't think somebody said, you know what, we got to delay this game a month. Being that, the Japanese did this whole petition to cancel the game, how can we insult them? Yeah, let's do it on one of their national days of tragedy. I don't think that is what they did. It is easy to point out, though, that if they wanted to wait an exact month, that March 14th is a Friday, just as February 14th was a Friday. So they could have done that. Or maybe they decided to give themselves an extra week. And as you all know, a lot of releases come out either Tuesdays or Thursdays. Mondays and Fridays are very rare, but they are also done. So, I have no explanation as to why they did it. But I don't think that it was done intentionally or purposely. As an American, I know that Columbine was one of the biggest school shooting tragedies that happened here. I couldn't tell you what the date was. And again, not to diminish the 20th of March, because from what my understanding is, that would be the American equivalent of 9/11 kind of, because it was such a massive scale. It was the biggest, domestic tragedy that happened as far as terrorism goes, just like 9/11 was with us in America. So, I don't know. I don't know how closely other countries pay attention to those kind of things. especially, amongst each other and whatnot. Like, I honestly don't know. But there are a bunch of tragedies that happen, like daily. There are a bunch of tragedies that, have gone on that I couldn't tell you what the dates were. And again, not to diminish that tragedy on the 20th, and not a defense of Ubisoft, but again, I'm telling you right now, in my heart of hearts, I do not believe that that was intentional. Is it a little like miscalculating? Yes. Is it callous? Probably. Intentional? I don't believe so. I think they just said, "Hey, look, this looks like a good date. Let's release it then." Nobody actually said, "Hey, this was a tragedy. We're gonna really stick it to them and do it on this day." I don't think that that's what they would do. That being said, you're going to see that a lot. A lot of people are going around saying, they did it on this day of tragedy, especially the drama farmers and, a lot of people that just hate Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed as a whole. They're coming out and, they'll point that out. You'll see it all over Twitter, all over certain social medias and whatnot. Again, I just don't think that that's what they did. Again, rumors are coming out. There are a lot of people who are saying that, they wanted to rework the system. It was very similar to Star Wars Outlaws, and they wanted to fix the stealth, which I could see because Star Wars Outlaws was a shitty game. And it wasn't a shitty game because of the woke or the DEI or, my Whammon is the main lead or anything like that. Star Wars Outlaws was a shitty game because the game mechanics sucked, the gameplay sucked, the missions sucked, it was repetitive, it was tedious, it was a chore to get through, the story did suck. It just all around, it sucked. All right? I don't care if I can't even point to a moment of DEI or wokeism or anything like that that would cause the game to suck other than it really, really just sucked. And if that was the stealth that they were going to put in Assassin's Creed Shadows, they were definitely in trouble. Definitely big time trouble. So maybe they rework that. Another reason that I think that they're reworking a lot of what was going on there was because now we're seeing all kinds of gameplay videos where, we're seeing a lot of new parkour. We're seeing, things where like Noe will, if she doesn't need to land on a certain structure, she flips over it or whatever as she's doing her parkour. It's pretty wild. They're now saying it's not infinite handhelds like in Odyssey and Valhalla where you could just climb any surface. You have to find a handhold and you have to actually hold on to it. So, they gotta be reworking things like that. It makes me think that they got the message that fans were very upset with the way Assassin's Creed was going, and they decided to give us something different. I'm hoping that, in this case, they're actually hearing what we're saying and they're trying to, kind of give us what we want. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones paying for the game. They're the ones trying to sell us the game. And if we are not impressed, then their sales are going to be absolute crap. Outlaws was a big wake-up call for them, I believe, because a lot of people did not play that game, did not buy that game, did not enjoy that game. It really was absolute trash. They even released the DLC, and I'm a big fan of collecting DLCs and playing them because I feel like it expands on the universe. It gives you all this extra stuff and whatnot. I have not touched Outlaws since I beat it, since I put that final video showing you the end of Outlaws. I have not touched that game. I do intend to, because as a lot of you know, I'm doing a lot of like Star Wars content. I'm playing through a lot of Star Wars games, whether they're obscure, rare, mainstream, whatever. I'm playing through them. I'm finding a lot of gems. I'm finding a lot of weird games in the Star Wars universe, but I'm playing them. So I do intend on playing Outlaws again, but I'm not looking forward to it. I will distract myself with every other Star Wars game ever created before I actually get into that, and that's kind of sad. So I think that they're looking at that failure and they're trying to fix that with Shadows. They don't want to release another failure. This now is definitely make or break. If they don't get it together here and they end up absolutely failing, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft is sunk at that point. However, I'm pretty sure they're going to fight like hell to actually get everything going the way it should be going. Again, if not, they're absolutely sunk. So the delay of game, I don't mind it. I don't mind that they're delaying it again. This is now I want to say this is like 4 years that they've been developing this game or more, that they've been trying to get it going. Now they're doing like the last minute polish. They were kind of vague with what they're saying they're doing. It could be anything that they're doing. Again, my feeling is they're adding new game elements and everything because we're seeing all these new trailers coming out, these gameplay things coming out, and I really do think that they are almost starting from scratch. There are a bunch of other rumors, and that's for another video where they've got all those rumors. That video is going to be fun, but for now, this is what I'm saying. This is how crazy this is, and hopefully they get their stuff together. Look at CD Projekt Red when they delayed Cyberpunk 2077. They delayed it a lot. When it came out on the last gen consoles on PS4, Xbox One X, or Xbox One, they really dropped the ball. A lot of people were unhappy. If you had a PS5, if you had PC, or if you had a Xbox Series X or S, it didn't run too bad. It ran pretty good. I played it on my PS5, and I didn't run into a lot of the problems that other people were running into. Not to say that they didn't run into problems, but it was just a different experience on PS5 as opposed to PS4. I'm pretty sure it would be a different experience on the PC as opposed to console as well. So hopefully, when this game releases, it comes out in one piece and it's good, and it's not, they don't have to delay it again. I'm hoping. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that the delay is a W or an L? What are your thoughts on this? Are you angry that they delayed it? Are you happy that they delayed it? Do you mind the delay, or does it not bode well in your opinion? What do you think of them releasing it on a national day of tragedy over in Japan? And do you think that that could have been helped? Do you think that that was malicious, or do you think that that was on purpose? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Ya Yi!